we just got done a Nintendo Direct. I'm hype over the fact that I'm getting Tamagotchi Life 2. And Sega decides, you know what? We didn't have anything at this Direct, but I'm just gonna drop this here for you. They have dropped the Tails Tube, which officially introduces Professor Victoria. Bro. So we're gonna go over this Tails Tube. I don't normally talk about the Tails Tubes unless there's big info. This is big info. So here it is. So Tails is like, you know, we're here at Spagonia University. You know, and he's got a guest for us. And that guest is Professor Victoria, who just casually, might I add, she just casually walks in like there's no problem. Nothing's up. After 4 years, she's just gonna walk through the damn door? Really? You gonna act like this ain't no big deal? She just casually walks through the door. It's another Thursday. So Orbot shows up, and he's party crashing Tails here. Tails is geeking out over her. You know, Tails is a fanboy and is, you know, well over Victoria, who insists that Tails calls her Tori. As I said in my Professor Victoria video, in the Japanese version of Gerald's journal, the little note to Abe at the beginning is from Tori. Hello. Okay, so Orbot kind of shows up and he's just party crashing this whole thing, right? He's ruining this for Tails. So Professor Victoria is introduced as an archaeologist and historian. So, what was Gerald's sons said to be? One was an archaeologist, one was a roboticist. My theory that Eggman's father was the roboticist and Maria's father was the archaeologist is really coming into fruition, and the big theory I have with Victoria is really coming in here. So, we kind of start off just... Professor Victoria starts giving us a bit of a lesson, if I can go over here, about the first great civilization, which is, as we know from Sonic Frontiers, the Ancients. And she's like, you know, we don't know much about them. And Tails is like, well, you're in luck. I just went on an adventure with this. And as Tails is about to explain it all, Orbot just crashes in and goes, well, actually, they were actually like these water-like beings who showed up from another world, and then they devolved into the Chow, you know, and all this type of stuff. And, you know, Tails is like, yeah, that's sadly, he's right. And then Professor Victoria's like, oh, that's great. You know, did you document this? And Tails goes, well, I was in a digitized state, so I couldn't, and we've lost access to their data banks. So I was also telling you that they, like, you know, they can't really access any more ancient tech right now. So then Professor Victoria goes on and she talks about, you know, the Gaians, Dark Gaia, Light Gaia, and all that type of stuff. And again, Orbot breaks in going, well, you know, Sonic and little dog guy over here, that's beautiful. That's adorable, by the way. Look at this. Sonic and little dog guy here, which is Chip, a little wolf. You know, they defeated Dark Gaia, who turned into this massive monster, you know, with their Dark Gaia. And Tails is like, again, not how I put it, but yes. The Professor Victoria's like, well, this sounds a bit far-fetched. Do you have any proof? And Tails is like, well, if you just look at the screen, and he's about to show her some pictures. Right? Of like, right here. Like, he's about to show her pictures. Like, look, just look at the screen. It's all there. And then Orbot does this. And then Professor Victoria's like, okay, well, I'm late for a lecture, so I'm a peace out here. And Orbot's kind of ruined this for Tails, and Orbot says, like, this is his revenge for the Tails Tube from New Year's. He's like, for not, you know, answering my call and all that. This is my revenge. I ruined this for you. There you go, right there, right? There it is. And that's the Tails Tube. But Tails is like, I'm just gonna have to try again and be less inconspicuous where I go. So that was the Tails Tube. It is not much. All this Tails Tube was meant to do was solidify Professor Victoria. This was just to introduce her as a character officially, right? And that's all it needed to be. It just needed to, like, introduce her. This is her as a person. She's actually, she's not just, you know, a tease. She exists. Here she is as a person. Professor Victoria. She is voiced by, I believe someone said Crystal Lee is who voices her. She has not done anything that I would know of. I've checked like her resume, and she has not done anything I think I've played or done anything yet. But she's got a nice voice. I mean, her voice sounds freaking more seductive than freaking Rouge does at this point. So, you know, she's got a good voice. That's great for me. I'm just more excited, man. Like the confidence they are showing with Victoria and who she is insane. I am just so excited. So excited about where we're gonna go with Victoria as a person and all this, right? Like from everything from the freaking introduction 4 years ago to her showing up in Sonic movie 3 to then the little book and now this. I'm so excited where 2025 is going to go for Sonic with Victoria. Right? Like this is how you do it for me. Like you sprinkle in these little bits of info every now and then eventually we get the big picture. Maybe in Frontiers 2? Or maybe even beyond Frontiers 2. I don't know. They could play this Professor Victoria thing for a long time. Maybe not too long, but definitely for a long time. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. This is huge. This is big, and I'm super excited. So let me know what you all think about this in the comments down below. Are you all excited to see Professor Victoria here? I know I am. I know for damn sure I am. So I'll see you guys all next time. Take care.